Hello all, welcome back. This is module number 3. So we were dealing with the chapter The Birth written by. Hello all, welcome back to the English class. This is module number 3 and we were dealing with the chapter Birth written by A.J. Cronin. So in the previous module we learned how the baby was lifeless. So Andrew was really tensed and he was horrified to see the still child. So he had promised the family so much. He wanted to resuscitate the child, but the mother herself was in a desperate state. So now Andrew is having a dilemma as to save which among them. So both the child and the mother were in a critical condition. So he was thinking about whom to save first. So finally he decided to save the mother first. So he gave the child to the midwife and turned his attention to Susan Morgan. And she was lying unconscious. Her pulse was so slow and her strength was reducing. So after a few minutes of continuous efforts, he stabilized her by giving her an injection. And after making her situation safe, he asked for the child. The midwife had kept the child under the bed, presuming him to be dead. So Dr. Andrew pulled out the child. His head was hanging loosely and the limbs seemed boneless. So he concluded that the child was suffering from asphyxia, which is a medical condition where the child is abnormal or it is not having life due to lack of oxygen. So doctor started his efforts to save the child. Dr. Andrew recalled a case he had once seen in the Samaritan, which is a medical journal, and he started doing the treatment as per his experience or what he has heard before. So he asked the midwife to quickly get hot water and cold water in 2 bowls. So he started plunging the child into the icy water and then into the steaming hot water alternately. So 15 minutes passed and he did it continuously, but nothing happened. Dr. Andrew was getting frustrated. He could see the unbelieving faces of the midwife and the old lady, but he continued his efforts. So Dr. Andrew started rubbing the child's chest with a rough towel and he started thumping his little chest, trying to get breath into that limp body. So as if it was a miracle, something happened suddenly. So though he was feeling a sense of defeat and hopelessness, he did not stop doing. So everybody was actually hopeless, but he was not ready to quit very soon. So finally he made another attempt to revive the child by pressing and releasing the baby's chest with his hands. So suddenly, as a miracle, he felt a short movement in the baby. And let's see what happens next. So when he saw that short movement, he redoubled the efforts and the child was gasping now. So life came into the limbs, head became erect and the child's skin started turning pink and suddenly the child cried. So it was a very happy moment. So the midwife exclaimed with tears of happiness in her eyes that the child has come alive. So, after so much frantic effort and success, Dr. Andrew felt weak and speechless. So, he was literally speechless and he was almost fainting due to happiness. So, the old woman, Susan's mother, was also standing still against the wall praying. So, Andrew went downstairs and told that he would fetch his bag later on. So he found Joe Morgan waiting there anxiously. So Andrew gave the happy news that both the mother and the baby were really all right. So finally everything is ending in a very happy way and Dr. Andrew was really happy and he exclaimed towards the end, "Oh God, I have done something real at last." So this is the feeling that he has. So giving a birth or giving the life to a stillborn child was something that he could not even believe. So he feels that he has done something real at last. So he felt that he had achieved a feat in the medical history which would certainly brighten his future. And this is how the chapter ends. And in the next module, we will discuss the important questions and answers. Thank you all.